Hey Legionnaires, and welcome back with a small Rise Mordor action for you today. And today is a glorious 4v4 land battle, and it's a bit of a twist. You can probably tell from the title that there is a bit of a hill assault involved. Someone has a bit of a high ground, you may say. But yes, we are here with a glorious 4v4 battle that we did on the one of the Rise Mordor streams. And yeah, if you want to get involved in Rise Mordor streams, then the link to the Discord is down below in the description. And if you want to just watch the streams, they're often on a weekend, usually a Saturday or Sunday, depends which one kind of works better with myself. So yeah, if you haven't already, I definitely recommend hitting that notification bell, because that will let you know when streams are going to be scheduled, and also allow you to be notified when they go live and stuff like that. So I definitely recommend doing that. But yeah, we have a good 4v4 here, and it kind of shows like the strengths and weaknesses of hill camping in this game. But yeah, we have a bit of hill camping in today's game, and I hope you guys are going to enjoy today's battle. But we have, we'll quickly look at the teams. We have in Lad just here, so we can see we have Rohan as well on this defensive team, I guess we'll call them. Today we also have Erebor. We actually have Erebor in both attack and defense, and we also have, who else do we have here today? I think we may have Linden. Yeah, Linden is the other one. So we have both Noldorian factions. We have Rohan, and we have the dwarves. So an interesting mix, and we have an interesting mix on the assault as well. We have the woodland realm attacking, so we do have elves on both sides today, so that is going to be very, very handy. We also have Mordor here. The armies of darkness are marching forward. We have, obviously, like I said, we have Erebor. I am playing as Erebor in this one, and we have also Gondor here as well. Good old Gondor. Good to have them here. Gondor's actually out here dueling with the horse archers, making them kind of waste some ammo on their pretty heavily armored cav. Not taking any casualties really yet, but as soon as they turn around to maybe retreat, that'll be when the Noldorian horsemen do their damage. And you can see, it's a shame I can't draw. I don't really need to. I guess I can just use my cursor. But you can see these summons to the eye here. I mean, they are chasing away the cav here. I mean, these spear cav probably will win. But the idea was to try and use our melee cav here, was to try and cut off these horse archers, try and pin them between the melee cav and the shock cav, and try and stop them from getting back to their lines. We're trying to draw out as much of this cavalry as possible into a fight, and then obviously use like Gondor's infantry and my infantry to try and cut them down. I've also got some pretty good crossbows, which should do pretty well. But yeah, I am starting to take some casualties here. These escort mercenaries aren't as strong as they used to be, and they are actually getting shot up a little bit. It's a little bit of a shame. But as you can see here, I mean, they got some good cav out here. We've got Knights of the Mark with silver chevrons. These guys are really, really nasty. But yes, if you're enjoying seeing the Middle-earth action, do remember to leave a like, subscribe if you're around here, and feel free to leave a comment as well. I do appreciate it all. And I know you guys really love the Rise Mordor stuff. Oh, look at that. This unit's starting to drop down to 65. Yeah, it's a really, really brutal one. And I know I've done this, like we've seen this battle before in the stream. Some of you guys have seen it. But it's nice to show it off a bit more in close-ups. Oh, and here you go. We caught the elves. Also, for those of you who haven't seen it, some of you guys haven't seen it, and I think it's a really fun one. I think it's a really good battle, which is worth showing off again. But yeah, the elves have been caught here, and they're trying to run away, but that's just going to do more damage. And yeah, as you can see, Rohan now has gone flying on in with his cavalry to try and stop them. They should get a pretty good charge on these summons to the eye. I mean, they may not get a great charge here. These are Knights of Silver Swan. These are probably more elite than the Knights of the Mark, even with those silver chevrons. Yeah, these guys getting cut down. Well, I say cut down. They lost like 2 men. They didn't get cut down at all. But yeah, I mean, who is getting cut down though? The general here, the Elven general. Look at that, down to 18 men. I'm desperately trying to follow him with this merchant escort, because there's literally no other reason for me to be using it. I've just called it merchant escort. It's not even that. What is it? It's escort mercenaries. They're not merchants in there at all. They probably are merchants in some capacity. They are from like Dale and Lake Town. They're merchant towns. Yeah, the cav, the elven cav is just gonna beat my cav. So I mean, and it also doesn't help that I'm now getting shot to pieces. You can see the Summons of the Eye desperately trying to chase this Noldorian ranger down, but to no avail. But we should hopefully be able to start winning this cav fight, especially now with Prince's Coast Guard on the way from Gondor. Yeah, Gondor has a lot of spear cav in here. It's quite funny because I believe Zarn was playing as Mordor, and Zarn was saying, "Oh, how he hates playing Eastlings because he always plays Eastlings," and he kind of gets. I don't feel like the elves could have got out. Well, yeah, actually they could have. That's all Rohan cav over there, really. Zahn was saying how he hates playing Eastlings because he always gets dubbed for being the Eastling guy. But really, actually, Eastlings have been huge in this battle because the Varag Lancers have been much better than these Servants of the Eye. Servants of the Eye, great. Melee combat, they'll do fine, but Spear Cavs is better. Spear Cav is just better. Look at all this Cav coming in now. This is going to just overwhelm and just break all my my daily, well, not daily Cav. I guess it technically is, but Erebor Cav here. You can see, look at this, Noldorian Rangers. They're going to rush forward. They're going to try and charge my archers. I'm fine with this, really, because, I mean, it's allowing me to get some pretty close shots. And then all my other archers just focus this Elven unit down. And also, archer volleys mean that your Cav gets pretty decreased charges. I mean, they kill a few of these guys. I killed a few of him. It's a decent trade. We'll take it. I'm just going to keep them at bay. These Silver Chevron Noldorian Rangers, they're going to be a pain. And look at this. We're losing the Cav fight. They have so much more Cav than us at this moment. Numbers are 7,500 to 6,000 at this point. We have more infantry, but they have more Cav. And Cav, as you know, in artillery is really, really strong. They're also starting to get some really good flanking shots here. They haven't got... These are yeomen of the mark, actually. These are pretty good archers. They're okay, mid-tier. They're focusing my my archers down, who are actually, look at this. Archers of the Red Mountain starting to get focused. I don't even think I was realised this. I think I wasn't paying attention. I was just like leaving my archers to just chase down these Noldorian Rangers. Just get some shots. I really wanted the crossbows mobilised because they're doing damage. These crossbows, they just pierce through the armour and do so much damage. We kind of scared off most of the Cav. You can see here, pole arms and stuff, like doing most of the damage, scaring stuff off. We actually have a bit of a charge here. This is Rohan and Gondor once again. I'd say Gondor kind of has the advantage in that. No, actually, I'd say Rohan has the advantage. Knights of the Mark over Gondor Cav, definitely. But he's kind of just run through that Cav. He's kind of just pulled through there, which is a real shame. But we are back. Unfortunately, I had to go and like take a phone call in the middle of that. But we are back anyway. Nothing interrupts Rise of Mordor. We are back. That comes first over everything. But yes, as you can see here, Rohan being pinned down finally. After pulling through that first Gondor Cav, it's been trapped by the second one, and now, yeah, it's getting murdered. So we've kind of mopped up some of the cavalry. There's still quite a lot of it left, though. There's still Knights of the Mark here. We still have Noldorian Equestrians for Linden, which are really healthy. Obviously, Imladris's Noldorian Rangers also pretty healthy, and still have a little bit of ammo, some of them. So, yeah, there's still a lot to do. There's actually 4 Linden Equestrians as well. Wow. The Noldorian Ranger, can't see him really leave, like the general leaving anytime soon. He will not be going anywhere. But it's still going to be a really tough assault. Because, well, I mean, if you see what's at the top of this hill, you can see why. I mean, the dwarves didn't bring any cavalry, unlike myself. So they've got Erebor Spear Guards. They've been able to put all their money into infantry. Erebor Spear Guards, got Erebor Halberdiers, all stacking up. We've got Dwarven Warriors here stacking up, so it's going to be tough to get through. There's Elves behind them ready to go. We've got Crossbows. I mean, they should actually probably be in front of the line because they struggle with line of sight. We've got Shipwright Nobles over here. We've got Imladris's Noldorian Swords. We have like Men-at-Arms over here. This actually probably is the weakest point, Rohan here, with his swords. With his spears, sorry. And then we have obviously plenty of Noldorian Swords in behind, which are going to do a lot of damage as well, and being kept in reserves. So yeah, it's going to be tough. It's going to be really, really tough, and I'm looking forward to it. I think we've got chances. I mean, Mordor, obviously with his numbers, is just going to be able to rush forward. This is also another massive thing. Why we've got 7,000 men, because Mordor's here. Mordor's just, you know, rocking up, doing his thing, bringing about 1 million men, a million orcs, which don't have any lives, because their lives don't matter. You can see over here, crossbows now. I'm setting up crossbows. But I'm getting focused down by the elves. I'm actually just getting murdered. And crossbows have got decent ammo. Well, they've got decent armor. They probably have decent ammo as well because it's armor piercing. But yeah, their armor's non-existent when the elves can just fire about 1 million arrows like this. Look at this. I mean, they aren't dropping too much, but they will eventually start to drop quite dramatically very, very soon. So I need to keep an eye on them and make sure they stay alive. The other one you can see over here is already pretty beaten up. I need to get these guys back. The thing is, if I retreat them, then they're showing their backs, and they're going to get shot up even more. The cavalry is going to be a constant problem out the back. As you can see here, we've got Noldorian Equestrians coming down, charging into Lasgarland spears. So Elven kin killing each other off. And we've got more elves over here doing their damage. I mean, how much damage do they actually do to these Lasgarland blades? Not too much. Only killing like 5. Elven King now over here trying to pin down stuff. Actually broken those Knights of the Mark. We have early Men-at-Arms now rushing forward. They're actually going to try and get in combat with the elves, so we're going to see a Bit of a clash here. I don't even think it was intended, but we're about to see a bit of a clash of infantry. Or maybe not. They managed to just about avoid it. Here we go. The first clash of infantry is actually going to be over here. And it's going to be the Lasgarden Blades going in against the Erling Men-at-Arms. And this is a fight that I think that the Elves should be able to win. As you can see, look at this. They're just focusing down the shock infantry as Mordor. And it's forcing the Elves to come down and attack. I mean, it's kind of in favour of the Elves to attack because they are shock infantry. Mordor probably should have shot them a bit and then charged forward to deny them the charge bonus. But I mean, he's done well. I mean, this unit over here, this Noldorian Sword, is going to get focused down by Gondor. Just showing its back to Mordor as well. But yeah, I mean, a good start, I guess, for both sides, really. They're both not really given too much ground. Mordor's obviously just going to kind of grind here until his numbers start to whittle and his morale goes. The Elves have just got to hope that they can cut through all these guys. You can see pole arms coming forward now. I'm probably going to do some slow-mo at points. We've got Cav going to the side. Oh, is this actually into... Yeah, this is into Uruk Throng as well. Oh. Yeah, those Uruks are going to feel that. Those Uruks will feel that one hard. Look at the line of Noldorian swords in reserve and archers. This is like Lyndon's still got like troops to commit. Like this is just Imladris going in. We have got some guards of the thief sneaking in here. Look at this. They've snuck in and got at Lyndon's gen. So this is good. And then we got, oh, look at this unit. It's absolutely getting focused down. Noldorian swords here. 30 men left. And they're getting cut down by orcs. By Uruk Throng. And then you can see Gondor going into the backs. And they're going to be able to surround this general. I mean, it doesn't really matter if they kill Lyndon's gen off. I mean, it's a good unit to kill. Because his ship rhinos are really, really elite. But, they, like, Elven morale is just so good that they can get out of that. They'll be fine. They don't need to worry about this. I like how the Noldorian swords escaped, but nothing else. Like, they didn't even try to get out of the general. But over on this flank, you can see Noldorian swords breaking the Uruk Throng flank. Now getting into the backs of these guards of the teeth. Doing some damage here. So that's not going to be so good. Let's have a look and see how it's going over here with the Wooden Realm. Wooden Realm, Whole Guardian's losing. It's not so good. You can see actually that the Rohan's managed to get spears in behind these Lasgarden spears as well. I mean, I don't think that's still going to be enough. I think the Elves are kind of just outmatch Rohan in just every capacity. Even if they're surrounded, I think the Elves are going to be okay. It's not a fair fight. Rohan's just got to slow down the Elves and hope that they can defeat Mordor in the center, and then maybe hope that they can then just loop around, maybe. I mean, they're going to have to use this cav really, really well. This is, well, actually, this is Gondor's cav. Their cav is quite a way away. Noldor equestrians coming through. They're actually going to come and duel with the Gondor cav. There you go. It's an okay charge by both sides. You can see here, is this Noldorian swords? Yeah, I don't know. These guys have been thrown in to support the spear line here, which is thinning quite dramatically. I mean, Lasgarden Blade spear's losing as well, though. Oh, General's dead. Oh, yes! They focus down. I forgot about this. The Wooden Realm just focuses down Imladris' General. Again, doesn't really do much for the faction. Like, they're still going to be okay, but I guess it's just morale stakes is quite good. Hillman and Landon actually surrounding the shipwright nobles. I mean, it's not the end of the world, but we've managed to sneak in some Erebor Axe Warriors. There's actually a gap in the line here, which the defenders didn't realise about. And their hill defences are starting to crumble a little bit. We'll quickly show you actually on the strategic map here. As you can, we'll zoom in a little bit. Right on the edge of the map we are. But yeah, you can see where the hill line sort of started here. And the elves pushed forward. It meant that there was a big gap behind the elves and between Rohan, which has allowed Cav to get through. And kind of the same on the other side with the dwarves. And because the elves pushed forward, it's actually meant that there are gaps for us to get through. Like you can see, my dwarven warriors are sneaking through, finding a gap, and now they can get through. And also it helps that the elves are breaking as well in some areas. Ringlow Vale men-at-arms rushing through in force, and now they can just go after anything. I mean, Mordor is suffering. They are losing a lot of troops. This is Hall Guardians here, actually. Not even Mordor. These guys have travelled quite a way. They're fighting Iron Guard. I mean, there's two elites fighting each other. The Iron Guard will probably win. These polearms look like they're out of position. Woodland Realm over here is like, you know, he's doing okay. He's breaking through gradually. He's costing him a lot of men. I think the dwarves are sending troops over here. Yeah, we've got Warriors of the Red Mountain now over here. He's attracting a lot of troops. Noldor and yeah, we've now got Linden's troops in the front line here fighting Mordor. And I'm sure Mordor's quite happy to carry on fighting troops that can't defend themselves from polearms. These polearms are probably racking up kills. And to be honest, I mean, we still got the cav over here. They've kind of run out of ammo. They've been gradually just getting less and less annoying. But yeah, to be honest, I've just been keeping a lot of my infantry over here. I've got Mansion Reclaimers, just got some other infantry. I'm just sending it back, and I'm just like going, right, well, I'll just pin down half the Dwarven army, while I'm just send the rest of my army around here. I mean, I'm losing troops here and there. I mean, my Warriors of the Red Mountain could be doing a little bit better in just about every department. I don't think I'm going to get many kills. But my allies are certainly going to do really well. I've kind of had a bit more of a laid-back game in this one. I kind of didn't really do too much of the hard work. I kind of just let my ally like Mordor and certainly Gondor do a lot of like the heavy lifting. Even the Woodland Realm. I think, to be honest, I've done the least amount of work. I've just kept quite a lot of my army back and distracted the dwarves, which obviously has got its own importance, but it doesn't get you kills. And currently, I mean, we are kind of like stomping over the Rohirrim now. And you can see we are very much into the back lines. Erebor Halberdier is getting overwhelmed. These guys are looking the wrong way. Doesn't help. They're fighting Ringlow Vale one side and then being attacked by Ringlow Vale on the other. They're just surrounded by Ringlow Vale. They can't deal with it. What have we got down here? Gondor infantry as well. It's just like, yeah, murdering this unit. This is not good. You can see little elven units slinking off. They don't want to be involved in fighting. Look at this. I mean, we've got crossbows. This crossbow unit here is desperately trying to, well, these crossbows are desperately trying to kill the Sons of the Eye. They're not really interested in my dwarves. But eventually I go, screw it. I'm bored. I'm just going to throw these dwarves forward. We're going to just throw them in and we're going to do some damage. I've actually got freed up shock infantry now that I need to do some work with. The dwarves down here battling on. Yeah, we'll do a little bit of slow-mo just to show what's going on. So, I mean, you can see the Elven General over here still struggling to fight and survive. We've got Erebor Spear Guards now being, well, I'd say they're doing okay against the Coast Guard. They're probably beating the Coast Guard, to be honest. Well, they're holding, actually. So, I mean, you can see here, avoiding halberdiers. I'm actually focusing them down now my crossbows, trying to hit these guys. But unfortunately, the Coast Guard is in the way. It's a bit annoying. My dwarves are now engaged with their fellow dwarven kin. It's a sad, sad sight for Durin's folk. And then we got over here, we just got more dwarves really fighting each other. And elves, actually. The elven archers went into combat. They might have had some ammo left, some of them. Well, this one definitely did. And they decided to just go into combat. I would have used my last little bits of ammo before going in. Try and break some stuff. Or at least do some damage. And then, well, over here, as you can see, Rohan is not looking so hot. Most of these spears are Rohan, Erling Men Arms. I think this one's Iron Guard, yeah. But yeah, most of these spears over here, all Rohirrim. And they're not looking so great. I don't know why he didn't bring any like Garrison to Hornburg or something like that. They may have been a little bit better to bring. Also, they're actually decent in combat. They certainly might have been able to duel it out with the Elven Archers. Maybe not in range, but just in ability. I'm not sure. Maybe not. We've got the Dwarven General over here, Mansion Claimers. He'd be cutting down those Ringlow Vale, though. He's doing damage. Yeah, this is like the back lines now, wherever it, like, what's fighting here. Yeoman the Mark, fighting as Uruk Throng and Ringlow Vale. I mean, it's a strange mix here. But yeah, it's quite cool, to be fair. It was a really cool one to fight, and you can see we're breaking the Erling Men at Arms. It's a tough one to fight, and certainly like it proves that hill camping's not It's an okay tactic if done correctly. I just don't think today, like in this battle, it was done that correctly. Mantra Claim is going in. My Mantra Claim is going to get focused down. And it's kind of the aim. They've got the crossbows over there. They're just going to shoot my men in the sides and the backs. It's going to be painful, but I don't really care at this point. I'm pinning down units. I'm occupying archers. I'll be the sacrificial lamb if I have to be. As long as we get victory, it's the main thing. Oh, look at this. They have full ammo. And they'll pierce through this armor very quickly. Look at that. I mean, look at these poor, unfortunate dwarves on the side here. They'll get focused down, I'm sure. Or maybe not. Maybe they'll survive. Oh, that poor elf, he died. He did. Over here, to be fair, the dwarves kind of holding. Erebor Axe Warriors, I mean, they're tough units. Even against other dwarves, they're tough. Tough as old boots. I mean, they actually are beating the Princess Coast Guard here. They've turned the flank. And my dwarves are losing this fight. So, you know, the dwarves aren't out of it. If anyone has some cav now, this would be huge. Like, I mean, we've got a little bit, but I don't know if he really wants to use his general. It's 3,400 versus 1,800. Though they're elves, I don't think they're going to be able to turn this one around. We are able to start, you can see, starting to do some flanking. Yeoman the mark breaking. We've got Guard of the Golden Hall down here as a gen for Rohan. I do love this elite spear infantry unit. It looks beautiful. You see over here, what did we break? Oh, some poor archers. Yeah, plenty of shock infantry. This is actually Dane Einfoot here being freed up. And you can go into the backs of these Guard the Golden Hall if you want to. Look, there's unit over here. I mentioned this as a stream. This is an insane defensive by Iron Guards. You can barely see the Iron Guards. They are in here. There's a few of them here. There's about 40 of them apparently. And they're all in small, different isolated pockets. They're fighting on, but they will refuse to break. These guys are losing decisively 42. I've seen Iron Guard break it about that before. Certainly in this sort of scenario, but yeah, these guys just refuse. This is like what you want a tier 4 unit to do. Hold on, pin down. I mean, if this is a really close battle, it's pinning down like 6 units here. They're all pretty healthy units. What absolute champs. I mean, they're going to lose the battle, I think, but they're going to go down in history. See, actually, we do have cavalry in the back line, so you can see some to the eye. I guess they're thinking, well, if Mordor dies now, there isn't much for it to lose. It's got some archers, and that's about it. There's not a lot left. Well, Mordor did a really good job. I mean, this front line over here, my god, it's bloody. It's been fought over by many an elf and an orc. I mean, these guards of the teeth as well, they still come out of it just about alive. Bit of a chain route going on here by the dwarves. And we have Erebor spear guards starting to break. That's not a good sign. I presume it may be down to, I don't know, army losses. Look at this, though. Mantra Claim is also surrounded. Combat even. Don't even care. They're not even batting an eyelid. So he decided, you know what? Throw more in. Throw more infantry in. This is what I want Mantra Claims to be like in every battle, though. And they're an expensive as hell unit. You want them to be like fighting to like the last man while surrounded. And it's such a good looking unit as well. Probably my favorite looking unit. Beautiful, beautiful, it really is. But as you can see, any sort of defense of this hill is kind of gone. And honestly, the reason why I think they lost was because they took the hill. I think if they didn't hill camp, they would have been fine. Because they had loads more cav and they had better cav. I honestly think they could have won this fight just playing a normal land battle. I know it's not what they wanted to do. I don't know who made the decision to make the hill defense. It's not the end of the world. You're allowed to do it. It's just annoying as an opponent to fight. It actually kind of makes your job easier because you know where the enemy is going to be and what they're going to do. They're going to stand on their hill and they're going to wait for you. They're not going to really come off their hill too much. I mean, the Cav did, and they charged down the hill a little bit. But they're going to stay around here. And you can pin them down, and you can take your time, sort of. It almost just becomes a siege, which I prefer. But yeah, here we go. A Pyrrhic victory. for the dwarves. It was a close one, and we also had to kill plenty of our own kin, so it made it extra upsetting. But yeah, I was playing as the dwarves in this one. I did okay. I mean, I didn't get insane kills. I got like no units really that got over 100 kills. There's like two. My Dane got 117. One of my axes get 156. I kind of like was just not wanting to attack other dwarves. And also, I mean, I think I was fighting the elves, and you just don't get kills when fighting the elves. But yeah, I did okay. My cav did awful, but it kind of was just there to, in the end, just be mobile, like some sort of mobility for the dwarves. That's what they kind of struggle in. So I feel like it's sucky cav, but it's mobile. It's some sort of mobility you have, so you can actually pin stuff down potentially and get dwarves into combat. But then we have I don't know who's playing as the Woodland Realm. He did really well. I mean, like his army is almost nearly intact still. He's like got 2-3 units that are like sort of really banged up. Everyone else is still looking pretty good. I mean, he's got really good kills here. 201 with his last Garden Blades, the best one, getting like 320, 324. These guys ripped through Rohan. Spears did okay as well. His pole arms, one did really not that great. One got 203 though, did really well. His archers getting 108, 103 kills with his Lord's Last Garden, so really good kills there. Then we have Zarn, who's playing as Mordor, did really well actually as Mordor. I was kind of a little bit worried. I was like, oh god, Mordor's going to have to face the elves. The elves may just clean through him. His Throng kind of did get clean through. One of the best, getting 70. But those pole arms, 189, 176, some good kills there. Archers 110 is really good for Mordor, like archers. And then Servants of the Eye, not doing too great because again they kind of just got murdered by the spear cav. But the Gen getting 163 kills is really good. Then we have Kimo Sabe, who is playing as Gondor. Had a pretty good game as well. He brought an interesting Gondor army. He actually brought Axeman of Lambdom, which was kind of bizarre to see. But we got like Ringlow Vale there with 136, not bad. Actually outscoring the Gondor swords. Axeman of Lambdom 84, which outscores nearly most of the Gondor swords as well. Pole arms, yeah, this Princess Coastguard kind of sucked, 95 kills. Archer's not having a great day, and his Cav doing okay, getting 83 kills. The best one there. But yeah, he did pretty well as well. Like Gondor, like helping out, kind of doing a bit of a support role with Mordor. Kind of it was really Mordor and the Woodland Realm that took on the assault, because we kind of attacked from 2 spots, not all 3. And so yeah, me and Gondor kind of like were the reinforcements almost. And then we have Officer Kruber, who's playing as Lyndon. Did really well actually as Lyndon, and we got some good kills here. He was kind of fighting on all fronts, mainly against Woodland Realm and against Mordor. But yeah, he's got some pretty good kills here. Unfortunately, his general gets surrounded, which, I mean, not really the end of the world. It's just Shipwright Nobles at the end of the day, because they can hold for a long time while surrounded. But that may have not helped. 160 kills here with his Noldorian swords. His archers 128, really good kills there. His cav getting like 66. I mean, for me, maybe for the price you wanted more, but they were just fighting kind of other cav. Actually, well, they weren't. They did survive. They got to the hill. So yeah, maybe wanted more kills. Then we have Omens, who's playing as Imladris. 140 kills with his Noldorian swords here. Not too bad. 213, wow. I mean, that downhill charge did really well. Actually, 193 there. So got some good kills. 2 didn't do so great, but like the majority did really well in that downhill charge. And then you got like 83 kills. His archers is okay, but not like insane. And his rangers getting 85. Not the best we've seen them do. But I think Omens was trying out Imladris' like build for the first time, and he did okay. And then we got Ace 9 Stripe, who was playing as Rohan. An interesting pick, certainly for the factions that they were facing. If he was facing Mordor, may have had a pretty good time of it. Maybe even against Gondor. But yeah, he was facing probably the worst faction you could face, which was Woodland Realm. And yeah, his spears, you can see they're getting ripped up, like getting 2 kills, 3 kills. 75, the best one getting there. His archers, one of them doing really well, actually, getting 206 kills. Cav, again, for the price, probably wanted to get more kills, but it was fighting other Cav, so you kind of struggled to get kills. And his general getting 75. He had a rough game there as Rohan. And then we have Jaximus the Prime playing as Erebor. 115 kills with his Mansion Claim is really, really good. Like kills there. And then you've got like those Erebor swords doing actually pretty well, getting 107 kills. His shot getting 103. 169 for his axes. Spears getting 128. His Iron Guards, even though they were surrounded, 130 kills. And those crossbows getting 107 kills, so not too bad for them either. But there you go, guys. That is today's battle. High ground clearly isn't everything. Obi-Wan taught us wrong. And yeah, I hope you guys did enjoy. If you did, do remember to leave a like, subscribe if you're around here. And feel free to join the Discord as well if you want to get involved in some stream action or just other Rise of Mordor action. And until then, guys, I will see you in the next one.